Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And for today's showcase, we wanted to showcase some 8.5 Marco. So Marco is one of the new leaders that came out with OP08, but when OP08 first came out, we didn't have access to the cards from Starter Deck 15, mainly the Edward Newgate here and the 5-cost ace, right? So this new version that I'm playing is kind of showcasing some of those cards and the value that he adds to this Marco list. Now, this marker list looks pretty weird in my opinion. At first, right, you're thinking, okay, I'm playing Marco, I'm gonna play like full-on YBO package. Over the last couple of weeks, I have seen this list playing Ivankov popping up on Twitter and other Twitch streams, right? I think at first it was Vampire that I saw kind of top a tournament with it. Well, I think finished top 32. And then I saw that Eggman was also kind of playing a list like this. So I wanted to try it out, and I kind of took both their lists and kind of make my own changes here. And I ended up with what you see here in the screen, right? So the idea with this version that's playing Ivankov is to really help your early game. Because one of the things that Marcus struggles with is early game. Your late game is one of the better late games in the game because you can go Sanji into one of your 8 drops or 7 drop. But your early game, you need to actually survive to get to that point. Ivankov is kind of cool because you get to play like these 2-cost units, and you can put the 2-cost unit on the top of your deck with your leader and summon them for free with Ivankov. So you're essentially just ended up kind of cycling a card, right? The choices here are really good too because you get to play Duval, which ends up being a nice cheap blocker that you can also use to like rearrange the cards on top of your deck. You can the top 3 or send all 3 to the bottom, right? You get to play Pudding, which is just going to be a 2k counter. If you summon her with Ivankov, you can just literally send her right back to your hand. Or you also have this 2-cost Gordon here, which is also another 2k counter. Now, Gordon's ability, unlike Pudding, when he's on the field, you won't be able to bounce him back into your hand, right? Because when you play him, you can place a card from your hand to your deck and draw a card. This ends up being really nice because it lets you kind of cycle when you get like a really awkward hand, if necessary. But the benefit as well of having this Ivankov into Gordon or Pudding, or even into the Duval, is that it gives us the opportunity to also play Jozu here. This card has been really impressing me. I'm a fan of this in Doffy, and I'm also a big fan of this in Marco. This is a really good tempo play because you're able to play this Jozu, bounce a card from your field, and then bounce one of the opponent's 6-cost or lower characters. This is really important against the Black Yellow Luffy matchups because you're able to slow down their game plan by bouncing back their 5-cost Luffy. It's also nice bouncing stuff like a Boa back to the Doffy hand, etc, etc. So even though this Gordon cannot be returned to your hand, if you go Ivankov into Gordon, when you go to sit start, you can play Jozu, target this Gordon, bring it back to your hand, and bounce something else from the opponent. So having this kind of helps us do that. Now, this combo of Ivankov and the 2k unit and the 2-cost units is really more for those Doffy matchups or any like really aggressive matchup. Because also, if this Ivankov stays on the field, when you have 6 or less cards, you attack with it and you get to draw a card. So it's just getting you so many cards if he gets to stay on the field. And remember that because your leader tends to give one of the opponent's characters minus 2k power, it usually makes it so that a Ivankov at 4k is enough to actually attack into whatever that rest state unit is. So that Ivankov is clutch for those decks that are like very aggressive early on. Again, like Doffy decks, for example. Against Black, obviously you don't want to play Ivankov too much because they can just remove it. Against Black, that's where the new 5-cost ace really shines, right? This card, we play 4 of it in this deck specifically for the Black matchups because it's a really annoying card for the Black decks to have to deal with, and you're putting a lot of pressure by attacking with a rusher, right? A rusher that cannot be killed by the opponent's effect unless they commit 2 into it, or unless they commit the kill and also have to attack into it when it becomes a 4k unit. So really good to have this ace, and again, it's strictly just for that Black matchup that we're playing that here. And again, like this card is just busted. Like I didn't realize how good this card would be until like I really started playing with it, right? When we showcased that Whitebeard deck a while ago when we're doing the starter deck showcase, like this ace card just really impresses, right? So that's why we play ace here. And then we get to what Marco is really known for, which is really this late game, right? Once you get to 8 dawn, 9 dawn, 10 dawn, right? At your 8 dawn turn, you can play stuff like, even starting from 7 dawn, right? Even starting from 7 dawn, we get a very nice new tool here with this new static deck 15 Airware Newgate, where at 7 dawn, this card was built for Marco. At 7 dawn, you can play Newgate, attach the vested dawn to the Marco, and Marco can use his leader ability now to get an opponent's 7k or 6k power unit below 5k to be in target of our Newgate. So that's like really the combo here, right? And this segment what I'm talking about. And then when this stays on the field, if the opponent doesn't have an answer to it, it's going to make it really a big pain for the opponent, because this deck is also playing 4 Rayleighs, right? If this stays on the field and then you have Rayleigh next turn, between the Rayleigh 3k and the Marco -2, this means that this can KO any 10k power units or less, including obviously Gekkomori or anything like that. So once you drop this Newgate on turn 7 or on your down 7 or down 8, it's forcing the opponent to have to deal with it, because most likely the next turn you're going to be following up with a Rayleigh, which allows your Newgate to be able to just KO any of the big baddies. So these are like our bombs here. So 7 down Newgate, you know, we have our 8-9 down for a Rayleigh, which again is really good, really powerful card, just because it lets us clear the opponent's board. And even if we're not clearing the whole board, whatever is the second unit that you target is, you can give it -3 or -2 that will remain until the start of their next turn. But of course, the big thing that really synergizes with Marco is not even a Whitebeard card, is Sanji. So once you get to your 10 down turn, the whole game plan here is going to be 1 down on Marco, use Marco effect, put your Dragon, your Rayleigh, or your Newgate to the top of your deck, and then play that card out with the Sanji, right? You play Sanji and then play this out. Now, a lot of people are playing just 3 Sanji instead of 4. I want to play 4 because this card wins me the matchup against Black, right? When I'm going against Black, I want to see Sanji, and I have lost too many games where I just don't draw a single Sanji. Because even though they could have Ice Age to deal with like your big costed unit, it's a lot of commitment for them to be able to KO 2 units at once. The way that I see it with Sanji is that I almost lose most of the games that I don't draw a single Sanji. Most of the games that I draw 1 Sanji tends to be pretty even. The games where I get to play 2 Sanjis into 8 costs, I'm almost always winning those games where I get 2 or 3 Sanjis on the field. And that's, I think, what makes Sanji very important and why he deserves to be a 4 of, even when people are like kind of cutting him down to 3. Of course, right, having all these non-counter cards can be a little bit awkward, so that is why we also play triple Batmaners Kickers to be able to actually not be stuck with too many cards in our hand. Now, the Sanji, the Rayleigh, and the Newgate are very standard in most market lists. Dragon is a toss-up. Some people like Dragon, some people like the 9-cost Whitebeard. I ended up liking Dragon a little bit more, allowing me to potentially let me finish up games, right? Especially against Black, it ends up being very aggressive. You can obviously put the Dragon on the top and summon it with Sanji, and that way you still develop a body and still get body from the rush. And you can give the 2 rested on to your Marco or to Dragon itself to push as much pressure as possible. So I prefer to have Dragon, but I can also see the scenarios where the 9-cost Whitebeard could be really good, because again, the struggles with this deck is going too low too early, right? If you go too low too early and the opponent can just aggro you down, you're going to have a very, very bad time. So the Newgate could help you do that. But again, I prefer to just go Dragon and instead just spend a lot of my 2k counters early on, keeping myself at 3 or 2 life. If you can get to down 10 while still having 2 lives, you're in a really, really good position. That's really what you should be striving for. The rest of the deck, again, is just a bunch of support cards. Otama, another 2k counter, works really well with Marco because, again, Otama can go -2, and this can also give -2, so potentially it could make it so that you bring something within range of Newgate or within range of your Seaquake or even in range of the Rayleigh to be able to pop whatever the opponent plays, and if anything, it can be just a 2k. The cool part here, again, is that you can play Otama, do the -2, and then be able to set up for a Jozu, right? So be able to go up, have Jozu, bounce the Otama back to your hand, and be able to bounce an opponent's unit back into their hand as well. So this can be a really cute combo as well that you can do on like a down 7, or if you know you're going to play Jozu, you can set it up the turn before, right? First playing Otama out and then playing the Jozu on the next turn. Gordon putting him Duval are just here again to synergize with this Ivankov. We are playing triple pudding. We are a blue deck, right? So pudding just helps us out so much against green, yellow, black, yellow Luffy, right? Like all these decks that tend to keep 7 to 8 cards in hand in certain situations. And then to kind of finish up the deck list, again, we have 2 more sets of events here. The Seaquake, I think, is pretty decent because, especially in the Doffy matchup, sometimes you can just go -2 for the leader and then be able to just pop something even if it's active because this kills at 3k, right? So you're able to pop anything that has 5k or less. But it can also be really good against black because it lets you KO the Rebecca without having to have a really big down commitment. So if like the opponents has 0 life or maybe just 1 life and they try to hide behind a Gecko Rebecca, you can go Seaquake, pop the Rebecca, and if you have another unit, have 2 big attacks to be able to get through the life. And then Gravity Blade, I think it's decent into the Doffy matchup. It can be decent into Black Yellow Luffy if the opponent gets a little bit too greedy, right? So it's just a nice little tool here to potentially, again, remove the opponent's unit so that I'm not going into too much pressure. Now, that's really the deck breakdown with Marco. I honestly think this deck is very underrated. The problem is it can be a little bit inconsistent, right? It can be a little bit inconsistent. Like, again, you have this whole package that you want to see against Doffy, and then you have this whole other package that you want to see against Black. So, like, getting the right side of your deck against the right matchup can be iffy sometimes. And even through all the cycling that you do, you'll be surprised how weird it can be sometimes. Like, you just don't draw what you need to draw, right? So just be mindful of that. But I think this deck is actually good enough. I mean, as Vampire proved, right? He went Edson 2 and finished top 32, right? Like, people can finish top cut with this deck. I just think he just needs a little bit more to make it so that it's a top tier deck. So we'll see what we end up getting in the next few sets to kind of help out Marco. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the games coming soon. I know I've rambled a lot and this is going to be a long video because I have a lot of games for you guys. We're going to start with some games against Doffy. Then we're going to have 2 games against Black leaders. So I think a Smoker and a Lucci. And then we're going to finish up with a game against Bonney. Just want to show you a variety of games for today. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy. In this match, we're going against Doffy. So I like this, but I don't like the rest. I think I want my Ivankov. Oh, well, we kind of low roll here now. I'm going to put the Sanji in the bottom. I don't think I need Sanji just yet. I think because I played 4 Sanjis. Oh, man. Why don't we just play this Ivankov out? Like, why don't we just go like this and just play the Ivankov out? I like this. Like, I'm gonna take a lot of damage here, but at least I'm forcing it to have to deal with this Ivankov, otherwise I start drawing cards. This is interesting. Because I know what the opponent's gonna do here. They're just gonna play a unit out. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. We'll go 7. I kind of want to leave. Okay, so let's say we have 7. We can either go Newgate or we can go Jozu. Jozu is interesting. Jozu is interesting. I guess we can leave this here and make our choice next turn. The problem here so the opponent will be able to go a 4-drop. Ooh. So if we go Newgate, we can pop the Gembit. If we go Jozu, we can still put a Don here and still go 4-4. The Newgate staying on the field seems pretty good to me, though. And we can always go Jozu next time if necessary. Can also just kill the Teach instead, which honestly I'm tempted to. I'm very tempted to. Yeah, I'm very, very tempted to do that. We'll draw one here. Now that we have double, yeah, I mean, we're just gonna go like this again. Now that we have double white beard, maybe I actually just... Maybe I just don't play Jozu. Maybe I just play double white beard. It's gonna be a 2k, 1k. Okay, I might have to actually kill this Weevil. Yeah, I might have to kill that Weevil. And just gonna bounce the 2k to my hand. I still took a lot of cards out of their hand, which is not bad, right? 1k, 1k, 2k, 1k. Next turn we have 9. This Ivankov staying alive is really important for us. The problem is leaving this Teach on the field sucks. We're still at 3 live, and we have 3 2ks. Rayleigh will be better than white than the second Newgate. Like, will be so much better. I think I'm not saving both. I can save one, but not both. I can save one, but not both. So I'm gonna let them attack here into it as a pseudo blocker. Yeah, losing those Ivankovs hurts, but I mean, the opponent, we're still at 3 live, right? And our late game is going to be better, especially once we have these 2 Newgates on the field. If the opponent only goes for 7, do we ever risk it? I guess they can put the Dawn on the Teach and attack that way. Yeah, that gives them some value. Let's force him to attack into it. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm cool with this. I'm absolutely cool with this. Yeah, we're gonna go like this, right? We go like this. I guess we'll go here. That's a good Seaquake. That's a good Seaquake. Let's just put this on the top. Let's just put this on the top. We'll go like this. We'll KO that, right? This is at 7. So we can go 7 here. And we can go 5 here. I guess the risk here, yeah, if the opponent saves the Teach, we just don't have the Seaquake done anymore. Yeah, so actually, I should have saved the Seaquake. I should have kept one down for the Seaquake. That's the reason we kept it in our hand. I got too greedy. I got way too greedy here. Way too greedy. So they can go Teach to kill. They can kill both units here if they wanted to. Because they can put 2 down here. Okay. 3, 11, I guess. We can go up to 12, so you're not killing both. Are they just gonna use their effect? Yeah. They have to still use another down here, right? I guess they could go all in. I will give them the Jozu. If they go all in, I will give them the Jozu, I think. I think having this Newgate on the field is just gonna be so important. Using up my whole hand, though, is gonna be rough. Okay, I didn't have to use my whole hand. That's good. Okay, we'll go like this. Marco, that's pretty good. Sorry, Sanji. I don't know what's in Marco. That is very good. Yeah, that is very, very good. Go like this. We pop that. We go here, give this arrested on. Go like this, pop this, go here, pop this. That was a very good top sequence there that we ended up having. So now we have Jozu, which can technically be used here and bounce one of these guys back if necessary. We have the Seaquake. But it can kill. They can kill one of these Newgates, but I feel like my late game is so much better than theirs that if they continue doing this, I'm okay with this, right? Like, what am I missing here? We can go Jozu. Yeah, okay. Let's see what we're gonna do. Oh, okay. Well, no, we can just go Dragon now, right? Yeah, we can just go Dragon instead. And I still use the Seaquake to get rid of the Sengoku, just to make sure there's nothing in the way. Let's go here. We'll go like this. We'll go here. Yeah, we'll go like this for 8. And then we'll go, yeah, we'll just slowly grind them out, right? So get rid of all their units. So we can kill the boa here with the 8 because it's gonna force 2 cards, and we can go 9/9, and then we'll have 3 units on the field plus my leader, and the opponent won't have any blockers left. So GG. In this matchup, we're gonna against Doffy, and this is a tough matchup. Even though we have a lot of removal, they just have so much aggression. But we got what we wanted, which is the Ivankov. So I think I'll keep this hand just because of this Ivankov game plan. We don't actually need this Sanji in this matchup, in my opinion. So I think Sanji can just go away. I can just play the Ivankov out. I could play the Ivankov out and just leave it on the field. That way I can draw next turn. And that way I have an attacker, and I can just play the second Ivankov with the Gordon on the turn after. I think that's fine. Like having this guy here to attack with seems pretty good to me. So we'll go here. We'll go like this. Do I want to keep this white beer? That's a tough decision. I think he's good. I think he's actually good in this matchup. Because my leader being at 7 could be the protection that we need later in the game. This is the reason why I ended up switching the dragons out for YB, right? Specifically for this matchup. Yeah, so if they have a law here, then it is annoying. But that's not a law, so we can just go here. And yeah, okay, so again, we can kill the Mihawk, right? We can kill the Mihawk. Kill the Mihawk, and then I guess attacking to the Jinbe maybe instead. So we go for 5. I don't mind that. We'll go like this. Oh, I'm at 7 next turn, so we actually want to keep this too. This is tough. This is very tough. Maybe we don't have the time to actually play this Ivankov at all. The other thing here, by the way, so yeah, I don't think we had the time to play this second Ivankov. We go like this, right? We go here, so now we're at 6, so we can go 5, draw. Oh, I would love to play this Duval. If the opponent takes this, I might just go 6 to their leader and just play Duval out instead. Now I feel like I cannot let this Jinbe stay alive. I mean, I can still go 6, I guess, and just play Duval out. Force a 2k out of their hand. Next turn we'll be at 7, so we'll definitely have this Newgate down. I think I like the 6. I think I like the 6 and just playing Duval. Oh, they took it anyways. Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna start placing in the top, but I want to draw this first. So next time we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna draw into this. And if we get to attack with Ivankov, we also get to draw into the pudding, and then we can leave the Rayleigh for last. Or not even Ivankov, we obviously when we cycle, right? So now we're gonna have this guy, so we can pop the ball Hancock. Here we want to block, right? This is the whole reason we have this Duval here. And yeah, I guess we'll just go like this. What do we want to place? So next turn, we can obviously go Whitebeard, but then that means that we won't have a Don to actually use my leader ability. Or we can just draw the Rayleigh and just do our stuff next turn. Rayleigh plus 1 Don to do what we need to do. I still want to keep this this Whitebeard though. So I think we go like this. We KO that, right? We can draw into right now with the Ivankov. Let's just eat up the 1k here. Remember that we're gonna have this Rayleigh coming down next turn. We can leave the Ivankov on the field. We can leave the Ivankov standing up so that it's not risking. This is the problem here. Like, I feel like I have gotten a pretty good start, and I'm still feeling pretty behind. Now, we have to play around pudding. We have to play around pudding a little bit. So maybe we do give up this Whitebeard. Maybe we go with this Whitebeard here. We go like this. We have quite enough 2k counters. I don't want to be low enough that I'm going to be like at risk of like dying early. The opponent put everything in the bottom and now it's rearranging again. This is going to be a 7, right? Okay. So we don't want to take this hit, right? We don't want to take this hit. So again, we have the Rayleigh. The Whitebeard kills stuff. So the Whitebeard can kill stuff. This can kill stuff. We can cycle out this. Okay, yeah. So we can go -3, -2. I guess it doesn't really matter how we do this, right? It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. Like we can go -2 here. Go like this. Go Rayleigh. Go 3 and 2 and KO this one. And attack into this one to get the draw. And attack for 6 here to eat up their cards. Now it is a trigger. The only thing that they can bounce to the bottom is Ivankov. So again, this is where Ivankov shines. Just kind of letting me get that extra card draw every single turn is pretty darn nice. This is gonna be a Kaido. Yeah. Interesting. -3, -2, -2. We can kill Kaido. We can actually kill Kaido. I want to keep the Ivankov as a counter, but I also want to get the Rayleigh next turn. So we can go -2, right? That's 10. Then another -2 here. -3, -1. KO this one. And we KO the Kaido. And we attack for 6. Sending the Rayleigh back just kind of helped me out a little bit. So I wanted to keep the 1k counter, right? And I want to also join to the second Rayleigh. So that's why we put the Rayleigh on the top so that we can just go Rayleigh again next turn. As soon as I have this Newgate on the field, it's going to be really tough for the opponent to do much, right? So that's why they had to kill the Newgate. Yeah, I don't blame you, opponent. I do not blame you at all. I guess we can go here. Do I want to take this? I kind of don't want to be honest. I kind of do not want to. That's a good gravity blade. Let's put it on the top for now. We can go like this. We can go like this, and KO this one. We can attack this one with the Otama because that's gonna be down to a 2k. And then we can have a 7 and an 8. And because we have that gravity blade on the top, we should be able to get rid of any blocker that the opponent plays next turn. The opponent has no board now. Yeah, they had to do the red rock on the Newgate because otherwise they're never gonna keep a board. Unfortunately, okay, so second red rock. They're gonna go all in. And we just go like this, I guess. Yeah. So we have 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11. So we can go 10. And then go 11. And then have this Duval anyways. Yeah, we can go 11 here. And then we play the Duval. I just want to play the Duval to be completely safe. Again, we know we have this gravity blade to bounce their blockers next turn. And then we just can attack again. So the Duval makes it so the opponent has to spend 4 down on the law. And then I guess they have 6 down to actually kill the Rayleigh. But if they do that, they're not committing anything else. So they have to spend 4 down on the law. And then 3 down to be able to actually kill this Rayleigh. Which only leaves them with 3, which wouldn't be enough for a blocker. So, and we did play around the pudding correctly. So yeah. In this match, we're going against Doffy. Kind of want to go second and try to look for my... I need to find my Ivankov. I mean, I love this hand, but I need to find Ivankov. I think Ivankov is so much more important. This hand looks a lot better now. Like Ivankov is really, really important in this matchup. This is the matchup why we play Ivankov, right? It lets me have kind of like an early board presence. Yeah, that's really good. That is really good. I like this whole hand, to be honest. Even the Jozu feels nice. I'm gonna go like this. Yeah, I'm gonna just grab everything back. I don't want to give up anything here. Yeah, we'll take the 8. No, can't do anything there. So we'll take the 8. This will be a 6 into a 4. We can put the blocker up, right? Yeah, we'll put the blocker. We'll go 6. You're gonna give me 2k 1k. I'm okay with that. Eating up a 2k 1k right now is really nice for us. It's tough. I mean, I understand you want to keep that bow out there, but yeah, that's gonna be tough. All right, we'll go like this. We'll go here. Wow, having Sanji is really good. This is interesting. So next time we can do the same thing again. Or we can also go Jozu. But I think I just do the same thing again and I just... Okay, pudding, that's fine. I'll take it. We'll go like this. I definitely didn't play around the pudding, so that's definitely my fault. But we still have the double Rayleigh here, so I think that's fine. We can go here first. Or we can go here first. Yeah, I guess we'll go like this. We'll go like this. I can take the draw right now, but then that... I mean, I guess I have a blocker, so I'm okay taking the draw here. So this is going to be 2, and we can go for a 7, I guess. Yeah, so let's go 6, and then let's go 7. Yeah, let's put this 2k or the 3k. I actually choose to put the 3k on the top and just draw the 2k later. Even if it means that this is gonna die to the pudding, I think it should be okay. I mean, we have double blockers, right? So again, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for them to actually get through that. Like, I'm gonna try to keep this Ivankov alive no matter what. And then we'll have Rayleigh to be able to start popping their units. While also getting the draw here. Yeah, I think I need to keep this Ivankov. Yeah. Okay, well, that's good. That's very good for them. You need to hit both blockers, yeah. I think we let it go this time. I don't want to let that go. Yeah, I don't want to let that go. I think that's too much. That's way too much, yeah. We'll go here, here, pop this, and we'll just attack here. That was a very good gravity blade for them. I didn't want to go down to 2. We have another Rayleigh, so we'll be able to at least control the board a little bit here. The opponent gets to do their stuff here, but whatever unit they play rested, we can actually kill very easily. I guess if this is like a Jimbe. So the thing is that, I mean, if they have another Boa, they can go like double Boa. That would be kind of annoying. Yeah, the Gravity Blade was good. Very good for them. We don't have Sanji though. It all started with that pudding, right? Like I just completely was ignoring the pudding when it's such a good value for them. So it completely messed up how I was shaping out my hand to be. Okay, so this tells me they don't have... If they just attack for 6, I can just 2k. If they play leader ability, I'll take it. Okay, so they are gonna play leader ability. So we'll take it. We'll go like this. We got an ace, which is not bad, but let's see if we... That gravity blade is not bad. That gravity blade is not bad. Okay, we'll just go here. And we'll just go here. You can also just finish the game in the next turn, by the way. With the double Rayleigh in the field and the Marco. And a rush ace. But I'm liking the gravity blade. Kind of just puts us in a decent spot. Okay. So the problem here is going to be going down to 0. The opponent has done the math. So the opponent must have done the math already, and they're saying, "Hey, we're not dying here, right?" So I guess we'll go like this. So we'll go like this. We'll go gravity blade here. And we'll just go 8 3 times? Or do we go 7, 9, and 8? I think I like the 8 3 times. Forces more 2Ks out of their hand than going 7. So this has to be 2K, 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 and the opponent still goes down to 1. As long as the opponent doesn't play like a Rush Usopp, I should be okay. But they're going to be able to kill one of my Rayleighs here. We go 8, and this is going to be 2K, 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 right? Yeah, there you go. So that they don't have 2K, 2Ks, right? So it's going to have to be... Yeah. So they shouldn't be able to kill us here. Because, again, unless they're playing like Rush Usopp. That's why keeping at 1 life was important. Imagine if Doffy had like a Rush card. Like, imagine if there was like a Rush... A Rush 7 Warlords of the Sea. That would be crazy. They have 3 6 cards here. I guess again, if they play blocker, they keep 5 cards. Oh, sorry, they have more than 6 cards because they just search, right? So if this is a blocker, which he wasn't. And now if they play the boa blocker, they don't have enough to kill the Rayleigh. So the only option was to play the blocker and have enough to also play this, right? So yeah, they ended up whiffing out. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Smoker, so a black deck. Wait, this hand is kind of crazy. But I don't have Sanji, and I don't have... Ivankov is cute, but Ivankov doesn't win me this matchup. Like, I need to find Ace. I need to find Sanji. So, this at least is a good start. With Gravity Blade into their Tashigis is not actually bad. But I think it's too greedy to keep it. I think it's way too greedy to keep it. We'll go Duval and then cycle out stuff. Okay, Marine for it. Okay, so they're playing the stage. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for them. Pretty good. Let's go like this. I want to find my Newgate, right? I want to find my Newgate here. We'll put this at the bottom. Just try to cycle out the cards that we need. Now the opponent can just kill this obviously with like a Brook or something, right? Stage into Brook. Okay, they're just gonna give me the Kusan here. The Ace is really good in this matchup. Ace is actually really, really good in this matchup. You can go like this, I guess, and just go for sits. Opponent shouldn't be taking this. If they take this, yeah, if they take this, they're trolling. So we just pass. I made it very obvious that I had pudding in my hand, which I'm okay with. They really can kill a Jack very easily, but I'm gonna have to get rid of this Kusan somehow. Oh, I mean, sure. So I can easily get rid of Kusan now. I'm gonna give you both 2Ks here. I guess, and no, I can still get rid of it. Well, I guess opponent can technically... I like the Sanjis. I like the Sanjis too much to let them go. We can go for 6 and it's 7. I'm gonna put the pudding away. So we can go 6 here, and then at 7. We don't care about this Borsalino. We care more about the Kusan, right? Because without the Kusan, it's gonna be a little bit harder for the opponent to just actually kill stuff. Leaving that Kusan alive is asking for a disaster. We don't have anything better. Like, Tashigi technically does get this down to 4, and then I guess the opponent will be able to kill it, huh? Interesting. I'm gonna give them the 2K. I'm gonna force the opponent to attack into it with Smoker, meaning that they cannot play another blocker here, right? So we'll be able to kill this Borsalino next turn, no matter what. We can go like this. Yeah, I actually think, like, I can go Rayleigh right now, or I can just go Ace. And I'm thinking Ace is actually better. I'm thinking Ace is actually better. So we have 5 for Ace. That's going to be a 7. So we can go 7 here. And then we just go Ace, attach everything to Ace, and attack here. Because I like the Rayleigh better for the opponent's Gecko turn or whatever they do here, right? If they go Tashigi, cool, whatever. Yep. So we can go ahead and kill that Tashigi that way. We use the card action. This is a 4, so the opponent has to just... Okay, they're going to attack it here. I mean, that's fine. With 3 down, you're not doing much. So you're not doing much with 3 down here, except just attacking into me. And now we go for the Rayleigh to get rid of the Shigi, do our stuff. Opponent's just digging, I guess, for Gecko. Makes sense. And he sucks attacking into this brand new. But I actually might have to. I think I actually might have to. I think I don't want the opponent to have too many units on the field. For them to actually threaten my last 3 lives. I think my late game is slightly better than the opponent because of these bombs. Like what is the opponent doing? Like here, this Gecko doesn't do much. Now I don't have Rayleigh anymore, right? So I'm gonna have to probably just bounce this back with Jozu. So I can go here, here. Well, okay, I guess I don't need to go for the Jozu now. I can just go for Newgate. I could also just kill that Gecko. I think it just has to be Sanji, though. Yeah, I think it just has to be Sanji. So we go like this. Attack this for 6. Again, just try to get rid of as many units as possible. Go here, give this to this, go here, and then attack 9 twice. Okay, I mean, you want to start giving me all these cards? I'm okay with that. I guess they wanted to play around pudding, which is fair. But look at this board. You're never removing this board. Yeah, you're not removing that. I'm not letting you do that. Boom, and I guess let's go here, to be honest. Letting go of the Otama is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. The best play for the opponent is a second Gecko. Yeah, so it's going to be a second Gecko, or it's just going to be Tashigi instead. Alright. I guess this puts him at 7, 8, 9. They can go for a 9k attack. 9k to try to kill the Rayleigh. Sure. Now this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be very, very tough here. I want to play both. So 2 plus 5 is gonna be 7. That leaves me with 3 Don. This is gonna be at 7, right? Guess we can go 9. Could have probably just gone for Lito, by the way, but I'm okay. I'm okay slowly grinding the opponent out. So again, 2, 5. So we can go 7 2 times, right? I guess the opponent. Okay, so 4 Don, 4 Don. They could technically get there if we're not careful. We might have to actually keep. We might have to actually keep the ace in our hand. Yeah, I think we actually keep the ace in our hand. Just in case. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. That lets us get rid of Rebecca. Opponent has to spend Don to remove this Duval. So any Don they spend there is pretty good for us. Leaving us with a card makes the opponent have to attack for 6. So that's 5 Don here. If they start 6 here, but they have to spend Don to get rid of the Duval, which again puts us at a little bit of advantage here. I guess they can put 1 Don here. 5. Go like this. So you have to put Don to get rid of the Duval. And if you use Don to get rid of the Duval, you probably don't have enough Don to get Sengoku to 5. Because your ways to get rid of the Duval is going to be like Brook, right? 1 Don here and then Brook. But that leaves you with just 2 attacks left. So that is why I kept the ace, right? Like once I saw that the opponent decided to just take lives, I was like, okay, I gotta keep the ace at least, right? I guess the opponent could go here into... No, yeah, even if they go here into Brook, it doesn't matter, right? So again, they just don't have it what they need to actually push the last bit of damage. And if they go Rebecca, that's why we kept the Secret on the top. We had two 1k counters in the top, so could have been lethal if the opponent actually went. So if the opponent... Again, the problem is this Duval. The cheapest way for the opponent to get rid of it is Brook. Right? They have nothing else. So Brook is already 3 down. That leaves them with 7. They have to put 4 here to attack for 5. They have to put 6. No, they have to put 5 to attack for 6, right? So that leaves them with 2 down. That leaves them with 2 down. They don't get the value here from Smoker, because for them to kill Duval, they have to first reduce it with Smoker and then play the Brook, so they can make 1 down here. They wouldn't have had enough, right? I think I'm doing my math correctly. They attack for 6. That's 5 down, 3 for the Brook, listen with 2. And then they will have to attack for another 6. And then at 7. But we have exactly 3 1Ks to be able to block the last 7 that the opponent throws at us. So, geez. In this matchup, we're going against Lucci. So, in this matchup is where I really want to see my Sanjis. And just have like multiple big bodies at once. I also want to see my 5-cost ace, right? So this is an interesting hand because it's actually... This could be... This hand could get very punished very easily. That's a good Duval. That is a very good Duval. I think I want everything here. I think I want to have Duval... Yeah, I think I want everything here, to be honest. So I think we go like this and just choose nothing. We want to get to a turn where we can play like Sanji back to back to back, right? And start doing our stuff. Do I want to take this, though? Jozu seems so nice. I mean, because we're going to be able to play him on turn 6. And it seems bad to take this damage right away. I don't expect... Yeah, so this is the problem here, right? Like, the opponent's gonna just be able to bounce stuff up, right? So we're gonna go like this. We'll go here. Oh, sorry, he'll be able to kill my stuff, right? But I think we have to just let them do it. Next turn, we're at 6. So technically, none of this really is good for us. Unless we literally just play another Duval. We already have... The Rayleigh's so good, though. I might go like this. Maybe I should have put the Gravity Blade second so that we could trade the Gravity Blade and send it to the bottom. I can also send away the Newgate now that I have the Rayleigh instead. They could just go Lucci here, right? So they could just go Lucci here, which if they go for it, it is what it is. But for them to go Lucci, they still have to attack with the Brook first. And if they go ahead and put this down to 1, then I'll know that I can block with the Duval. If they had discounted the Duval first, then obviously I would have just done it. Okay, so they're actually going to go ahead and just attack for 6. Alright, cool. So, we can kill this Brook pretty easily. We know that it's going to be a Rayleigh on the top. So, like, I don't need to... I guess I still want to use my Leader ability. And just put this in the bottom for now. And I guess we can go double Duval. Yeah, we can put this in the bottom. And then we go here. And next turn we have 8. So we can either go Rayleigh or we can go Newgate. We already have them both though. So I think we can just go like this. And just grab the 2K. So we'll give them this one in case that the opponent has like a Rebecca Brook. Yeah, I'll give you the second one. Let's just take advantage of it right now. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one because it means that my my Rayleigh doesn't actually kill them anymore. So that's pretty good. What I can still do though, I can still just go Rayleigh anyways. We have a second one, right? So I'm not opposed to going Rayleigh into Sanji and Rayleigh again. This will let me be able to actually attack into this. So we can put it, yeah, so we can go like this. We can go here, here, and just attack into it. I just want to have the body in the field. Opponent could block with the Sabo, but it's going to be the same thing as giving me a 2k, 1k. Now, the problem here is going to be Gecko into Rebecca, Hina. Okay. As long as I don't have another Sabo, I should be okay. Okay, so they committed Ice Age here too, right? So this is not bad. Interesting. Interesting. So what I want to do then, I'm going to go here. We know we're going to play the Sanji, right? So we're going to go 6. We know we're going to go Sanji into Rayleigh. We can KO the Sabo and just give this -3. Did it make sense to give this -3, right? Yeah, so we can go -3, -2, and KO this. I guess maybe I should have KO'd the Brook, to be honest. Leaving that Brook there might actually come to bite me. Another Sanji will be ideal here. Yeah, leaving that Brook there actually was probably a mistake. Maybe we didn't care about the Sabo as much as I thought. We should have done 3, yeah. Leaving that Brook there was a mistake. That was my fault. I don't know why I blanked out. Like, obviously they need the Brook. That's their second Ice Age. Another Sanji will be really good here. Yeah, so now the Brook can kill this for free. Yeah, that was my mistake. It just made the opponent's removal much more efficient than it needed to be. If I just put the 3 on the Sabo and just got rid of the Brook instead, it would have been fine. So that's the third Ice Age that we just see there, though. Let's go here. Let's not take too much damage. The opponent gets another Sabo. So, I mean, we could technically go Jozu. But do I want them to keep cycling the Sabos out? Like, it might just make more sense for me to just play out this second Rayleigh. Yeah, sure. Let's go like this. Yeah, I think it makes more sense for me to just play out the second Rayleigh. We'll go like this, and we choose 0. And we know we can go for 7 here, and then 8 into the leader. I just want to have the bodies on the field. Let's just have another big 8-cost body in the field. Okay? And again, my mistake was always... Yeah, man. They found triple Tempest Kick, 2 Ice Age. That's why I would have loved to have the second Sanji, because the second Sanji would have potentially stay there. Now, they don't have a helmet in the trash. But they can just go Rebecca. Okay, so they're going to just go Rebecca into... Yeah. So this is going to be Rebecca into Brook. Oh, into Lucci. Which makes sense, because the Lucci ends up being a better attacker for next turn. We do have a lot of 2Ks here. Yeah. So annoying. This is actually so annoying. That's a nice Gravity Blade. Does the Gravity Blade make more sense? Get rid of both blockers? But I think I want to have the body. I want to have the body on the field. So maybe we put that Gravity Blade on the top. right? Maybe we put that gravity blade on the top. We just go like, ooh, I messed that up, by the way. So we just go like this, and we just go 8 twice. Should have been a 9. One of these should have been a 9. Yeah, one of these should have been a 9. Well, I mean, I guess the opponent will have blocked anyways and counter the way that they just did. With all the toolkits that we have, if the opponent tries to go for lethal, I'm feeling pretty good here. So they can go what? 8, 11. We can go 9, 11, 12. All right, let's see what happens here, right? So we have a 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, and 11. I think we go 9 and I mean, we're not winning no matter what, right? Like if I have to just go for lethal. Yeah, if the opponent has the way to beat the 9, I think we go 9 and 2 11s. If the opponent has the way to beat the 9, they win the game. Considering they haven't drawn a single Moria yet, they have the counters. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, and they, oh well, look at that. I would have won if I went 10. I would have won if I went 10, 10, 10. So I guess since they didn't draw a single Moria, I should have expected them to not have the Morias here. And for them to have kept the counters. Yeah, there's 2 big misplays I made this game, right? Like, oh man, there was a couple of big misplays I made this game. And again, I'm still getting used to this deck here. But like there's some big misplays I made, right? Leaving that Brook alive that one turn. Allowed them to just be able to freely kill my unit. And then just here, not doing the right math, right? I should have just gone 10, 10, and 11. Like I was thinking at first, instead of going 9, 9, 11, 11, right? So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Bonney. Not a horrible hand, but I mean, I think I want to see Sanji in these matchups. So I think we can like go like this, and there we go. We have the Ace and the Sanji. So let's go here. Ooh, double pudding, probably not necessary. I'll take one out. I like the rest of my hand, so I think I just want to like cycle for better stuff. That's annoying because obviously I'm gonna have to attack into it. So opponent gets Cavendish. The Cavendish can die to the Newgate. That's why I like to keep the Newgate. Does it ever make sense for me to just attack here? Maybe it just makes sense for me to just play Ivankov out. Let's place it in the bottom. I don't think I need another Ivankov. This will let me draw, right? Next turn. So that's pretty good. The opponent still doesn't have their Cavendish stuff. By the time they play Cavendish, I'm going to be going up to 7. Which is going to let me go Newgate. So the opponent making me go first actually kind of helps me out in this matchup. I do want to look for like Otamas and stuff. Okay, so yeah. So we can just attack into that baby 5, right? With our Ivankov. If the opponent plays a second Searcher, then we can go Ivankov and Ace, right? So whoever wins this war, blah, blah, blah. I guess if they play a second Searcher, they don't have the way to rest my Marco. So I don't need to actually have this. So whoever wins this war, sure. We'll go here. I need to play a unit first. So I do need to play a unit first to actually get this draw. So I guess let's go Ace. Let's go Ace. We'll get the draw here. And we'll attack the leader with Marco. You can rest the Ace. That's okay. I just needed to get down to 6 cards, right? That's why I had to play it this way. So I needed to get down to 6 cards. That's why I had to play it this way. We end up getting the Otama. And Otama is actually really good to deal with their Captain Kid later. So that's why I wanted to see it. So, yeah, well, in the turn here, opponent took the hit, so they go to 8. So we actually potentially also have this pudding shenanigans going on. So Cavendish gives them 2 down back, and then they can attack into one of these 2. Now, the problem with this Newgate is it does get punished later on by the Doffy, etc. So let's just be mindful of that. I do think I need to kill this Cavendish right away, though. Even if I could get value. Oh, interesting. So you're not killing this Ivankov, then. Yeah, you're not killing this Ivankov. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. The moment you did that, that was not gonna happen. Because this is not rested, right? So I guess by keeping this here, you at least get some value. I kind of want to keep this this dragon. I want to keep the dragon because I'm gonna need to have ways to deal with the opponent, right? So we can go like this. We can KO this, right? And I kind of want to get the draw. I guess it doesn't matter, right? If the opponent doesn't rest this, it's fine. Like, if they don't rest this, they have to give me another 2k. Yeah, if they do rest it, then we can just draw with it. Okay, third Sanji, maybe too much. Yeah, third Sanji, maybe too much, right? Like, I'd rather have the Rayleigh here. If the opponent has a Kara, that's the way that they deal with this Newgate. So they have to have Kara or the 5-cost Bonney. This pudding, obviously, at this point, probably not amazing. Jozu will also be really nice next turn. This Ivankov has given us a lot of value. Like, being able to, like, continuously cycling our deck is pretty good. Starting next turn, opponent's gonna have access to Doffy, so they're gonna be able to rest this Newgate. That's the carrot, right? So you keep the Newgate frozen as expected, and this is why I really needed that's why I really needed that Rayleigh. Because without Rayleigh here now, we're not dealing. Okay, well, I guess if you get another carrot, it ends up working out, right? Sure. Let's go like this. So we can go 7 into their leader. Put the rested down on the Ivankov and attack them for 5, right? So we can go 7 here. Problem is the Doffy is going to be able to keep both of these. Like, it's going to be able to keep both of these rested, right? I do want the draw, though. I do want the draw here. Even if this is playing right into their Doffy. Like, look how good these draws are. These Otamas are so good. These Otamas are so good. Okay, so your best play here has to be Doffy, right? So your best play is Doffy. You freeze. And you're what? Attacking into the Ivankov? And if you're attacking into the Ivankov, maybe I don't mind giving you the 2k anyways. I don't mind having this extra draw here. I kind of wanna... I wanna play Sanji. So we can go 5, 8, and 9, right? The problem here is that for me to play Sanji, I guess I can override the ace. Maybe I override the ace. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird overriding the ace. But I think it's actually important. So there's going to be a 6, and a 9, I guess. So we'll go like this, 6, and that's my Rayleigh going forward. Just put so much pressure into the opponent. They have to play another Doffy. If they let this Newgate stay, if this Newgate become active, the opponent just literally loses the game. The problem is that by having this, yeah, the opponent gave me 2 cards there to block a 6k, so they don't have a 2k in their hand. So they're gonna go down to 1. We can get rid of the... Okay. So they can freeze, 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 and attack into the Ivankov with the Doffy. This Doffy has been carrying this match. Sorry, this Ivankov has been carrying this matchup. Like, that feels so bad for them. That feels so bad for them. Oh my goodness. It doesn't matter that they messed up. Remember what we have here. We have a second Rayleigh. So let's pretend that the opponent did it correctly. Put the dot on the kid to play the Rocinante out, right? It doesn't matter. We can play Rayleigh, get kid to 5, give -2 to the Doffy. Honestly, it probably would be better to just go like, yeah, like I can go -3 here, -2 to the Doffy, pop the Rocinante with the Rayleigh, right? I can give another -2 here with the Marco, bringing this down all the way to 3. That way I can just attack into it with like my leader. I don't have to do my Newgate ability, right? So it would have been really bad no matter what. The other option is that I could have gone Rayleigh and Marco ability to pop the Doffy and just give -2 with the second Rayleigh effect. Like we could have gone like -3, -2, pop this, give another -2 here, get it to 5, pop it with this, and then just attack into the kid with one of my units. And the opponent still would have been in a really tough situation because this would have been a 6 defending into one of these 9s. So no matter what, it would have been really tough, right? Like it would have been a 9 into a 6, they rest the other one, and then we go 8 into a 6, and it still would have been the same. And the marker still also could have attacked, so the opponent would have lost the whole board, and then we just went from there, right? So, yeah. Jeez. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games, right? Very fun. I got to kind of show you there kind of how to pilot that matchup against blue. It can still be super, super scary if the opponent kind of high rolls like this Jimbis and just have a bunch of bodies on the field. But you kind of got to see everything here. The Ivankov getting us value, the Gravity Blade getting us value, and of course, once you have that Newgate in the field, it can be very tough for the Doffy player to be able to keep a board. I think the important part of that matchup, to be honest, is making sure you keep yourself at around 3 lives if possible. If you let yourself go down to 1, you're just inviting the opponent to just kind of set up a lethal. So try to stay at 3, 2, worst case, nothing below that, and that should help you out. Against black, against Smoker, you got to see, again, the ace value and just having these Sanjis and just how much pressure that can put into them. They just don't have enough removals to keep up to that. But then in the Lucci matchup, you got to see the reason why I want to have 4 Sanjis. Like, I felt like we just couldn't do anything, right? We couldn't do anything. We didn't get the combo pieces that we needed, and we just ended up falling short right there. And then against Bonney, you also got to see how much value this Newgate can be, just popping their bodies together with our leader and kind of going from there. And even though they have that Doffy and the carrot to kind of keep your stuff rested, you just have so much value and so many units that it's really tough for them to do anything. In that matchup, you also want to keep yourself healthy so that you can play around a Hody Jones and not find yourself in a situation where you're just going to straight up die. But anyways, enough about that. I hope that you all enjoyed today's games. We're going to have another video with Marco coming out tomorrow. So if you want to keep up to date with that, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund now and then, and you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.